funky felines. Today we are doing another episode of the PCHS Gab podcast. If you are new, hello, we love you. Welcome to this awesome podcast. Today's episode is going to be a little different. Today it's more just going to be kind of like what some people might classify as the gossip corner. It's going to be me interviewing Ray. Hi, Ray.
Hi.
If you are listening on Spotify, we also upload this to YouTube, so if you want to see some visuals, go ahead and view us at YouTube. If you are on YouTube, same thing for Spotify, same name, same handle, everything. Do what you want to do, dude. If you like visual, if you like audio, view us however you want. How are you doing today, Ray?
I'm doing really good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Why don't you tell the podcasters a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Ray. Well, my name is Ravana, but I go by Ray. I'm 15, about to be 16, and I'm going into my junior year. So, there's that.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about you yesterday on episode 3 with Koa.
Oh.
Like, all good things, obviously.
Okay.
We, mentioned good things about how, what was it? We mentioned that you're a good friend, and I don't know. I gave you the handle.
That's
You
nice.
can check out the podcast yourself.
Yeah.
But no, I was super excited when Ray said she would want to be on the podcast. She called me yesterday just on a whim. Was like, hey, is this movie good? It's not looking good. And I said, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you finish your movie?
No, I didn't. Like, the first 15 minutes, I was like, this is so bad. I can't. And so I stopped watching it.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's a very, acquired taste. I remember when I was first watching it with my dad was like, do you guys want to watch Winnie the Pooh? And I was like, heck yes, I want to watch Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. And then he turned it on, and I was like, this is not Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
I was so concerned.
No, I started watching it, I'm just like, this is so quick, and what's going on? This is not what I was expecting. But, yeah, I couldn't finish it.
The ending, if you ever do finish the movie, the ending kind of sucks.
It does?
It's very, they twist the ending, but it's not what you would expect.
Okay.
But that's all I'll say about it, because you haven't seen the movie, and I know there's probably people who want to see the movie.
Probably.
What platform is it on again? I think, Hulu?
Yeah, I watched it on the Roku thing, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, twice, and then, I had a phase where I loved the movie for, a week.
Yeah.
And then I haven't touched the movie ever again.
Yeah, I have a few of those kind of movies, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a big movie watcher?
Not really, but if I had to be, a big movie watcher, it would definitely be horror movies.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to name it any top of my head. I can't think of any right now.
Annabelle, The Conjuring.
Yeah. I like Conjuring 1 more than The Conjuring 2.
Have you seen any Stephen King horror movies?
You mean It?
Well, more than It. He has more books than It.
Well, I know that. I don't actually know. I can't think of that. I don't really look at who is in it or anything. I just watch it.
Have you watched Green Mile?
No, I don't know what that is.
We're watching Green Mile.
Okay.
Now, are you more of a movie watcher, or do you like to watch TV more? Because I know there's some people who prefer to watch movies over shows.
If I have, a short time, I'll watch, an episode of something that I think I'll start liking, and then later on, if I like it, I'll continue watching it. But if I'm actually watching something, it'd probably have to be a movie or, an actual show from, when I was, younger.
Yeah.
I have to be really into it to actually sit down and watch it, so, yeah.
I don't know if you have this problem, but I have this problem where I'll watch a show and I'll be obsessed with it for a little while. Everything I do or say or reference will be that show.
Yeah.
For example... Or I'll get weird, hyperfixations from shows afterwards. I watched Squid Game, and then I was, a K-pop fan for, 2 weeks. And that was it. I'd go to work every day, and I'd be listening to, Gangnam Style and Bang Bang Bang. For just 2 weeks.
Yeah. I noticed that, because, everything you'd say would be, for like a week, we'd be like sitting down eating, and you'd be like referencing these things, and I'm just like, where did this come from? What? But yeah, no, hyperfixations are so real. I have really bad hyperfixations. Like, one in specific that I've had since 8th grade, that I've actually known since I was younger, but I've had since 8th grade, is Hunter x Hunter.
Oh my god, I love Hunter x Hunter.
I love it so much, but yeah.
Someone yelled at me once because I called it Hunter x Hunter.
Oh. Well, you can call it Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter, so...
Yeah, we got into, like, a steamy debate or whatever.
Oh.
I don't remember who it was with, but, like, they were yelling at me, and I was like, why are you yelling? It's not that deep.
Oh. That's wonderful. I don't think I've gone into a few debates with my sister about Hunter x Hunter, because she doesn't like some of the characters, and I'm, like, really like those characters for, like, because, you know, they're cool. They have powers and crap, so, you know.
Who's your favorite?
Hisoka, obviously. Why
Yeah!
not? It's probably not good, but it's okay.
I had a thing for Kurapika. I don't know why.
He's sweet. I think his character was kind of made sloppy. Don't come for me. But I think his character was made a little sloppy, but he's a good character. It's
like the classic of, I'm the last of my entire species, and I'm gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think he's kind of cruddy character in that sense, at least. But otherwise, I like his character pretty good. Drinking your Gatorade.
You want to know the? Oh no, it's for those of you who don't know, I work at Dollar General, and I was at work and I was in the aisles, and I found cranberry juice, but it only has 1 gram of sugar. And it's the Ocean Spray, like, diet cranberry. And I was like, whatever, I'll try it. I'm not a really big fan of cranberry juice. It's so sweet. It's so good. It's like I'm drinking fruit punch, but it's cranberries.
That's good. That sounds good.
But yeah, if I'm not drinking water, I drink this.
Yeah.
It's really good. I love it.
I drink a lot of water and coffee.
Yeah. I drink a lot of either iced tea or Dr. Pepper, so I've been trying to, like, substitute that with healthy things.
Yeah.
So if it's not water, it's that. I stopped by Casey's before work yesterday, and I had a Dr. Pepper. It was really good. Because I had to get my potato cheese bites. I love potato cheese bites.
Potato cheese bites?
Potato cheese bites. If I'm not getting that, I'm getting chicken tendies. If I'm not getting chicken tendies, I'm getting the popcorn chickie. If I'm not getting that, I don't know what I'm getting. I used to get, like, the wraps all the time, but one time I ate a wrap and it made me feel sick, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm done with these.
Yeah.
You want to know what back to, like, the weird hyperfixations.
Oh.
So, I watched Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters, like every other person.
Dude, you were obsessed with that.
But here's the thing. Obsessed. Do you know what hyperfixation I got from that?
What?
It wasn't Deadpool.
Was it the
dance?
It
wasn't Wolverine.
It was the dance.
It was not the dance. I did learn the dance.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to. It was NSYNC. I had all these options. I could have been obsessed with Gambit. I could have been obsessed with Elektra, Blade. Blade's so freaking cool. Cassandra Nova. Nope. I was obsessed with NSYNC, and I listened to their No Strings Attached album on repeat for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks and like half of another week. So almost 3 weeks.
I had no idea. I knew you were obsessed with the dance because like we were at drama club practice, I think, or it was after. One of the two.
Homecoming.
Yeah, that too. And you just like singing the song, doing the dance, like every minute you got.
I busted it down.
You did.
I busted it down.
You did. It slayed.
I was about to say I slayed it though.
You slayed.
Did you know that Ryan Reynolds was not the one doing the dance?
Really?
He had a stunt double do that dance. I didn't believe it at first. And I Googled it, and then after I found out the truth, I kind of lost a little bit of respect for Ryan Reynolds. That and he's married to Blake Lively.
I mean, you know, good for him. That's his life, you know?
Yeah.
I would have done the dance, though. I would have done the dance.
Yeah, it's not hard to learn.
No.
It makes me wonder if he even did that entire scene, if he did his own stunts. It makes me wonder.
I wonder. Actually, I'm curious about that now. I might search that up later, because
We'll
I don't
Google
think he
it.
did.
We'll have another episode on did they do the stunts or not.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you ready for your first hot take question?
Yes, I am.
You ready? How is your experience at our school? Like how is
the high school?
how is the staff? How's the students? How is your day to day?
Okay, I love the
Be
staff.
completely honest.
I love the staff. Okay, there's a few teachers in that building that I'm like, I could do without you, but I love the staff. Like, I do. I really love them. They're pretty good teachers. And they're really understanding, too. So, I like them.
Yeah.
The experience in the school, I've liked it so far. I haven't had any troubles, really. I've had, like, one or two, but it didn't really necessarily involve me. I just kind of got dragged into it, but that's not my problem anymore, you know what I mean? But I really like the high school here.
Yay!
Yay.
Now, you aren't originally from Polo, right? You
No.
went to a few other schools before you came to our lovely school.
Yes, I went to Malta schools. I went to Rockford schools. I went to Sterling schools. I'm trying to think, did I go into any other schools? I don't think so.
Too many to
Yeah.
count.
I think I only went to like 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Yeah.
I myself, I was born. I lived in Mount Morris with my mom and my dad in our little apartment building for until my mom passed away, and it was just me and my dad. And then preschool, I served 2 of my years in preschool over at Oregon, and then I moved to Polo halfway through my kindergarten year, and I hated it, and I was a little menace. Like, if you think I'm a menace now, you should have seen me back then. Oh, I was
little children
horrible.
are menaces.
I choked out a kid.
You what?
Little kindergarten me choked out a kid.
You know, that's amazing for you. I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that bad, but I was really mean. I was not a nice kid.
I got my violence out when I was young, so that's why I'm not a very violent person anymore.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn off my phone because my things are going off and it's distracting me, and I'm trying to be discreet about it, but it's hard to be discreet about it, and I don't want to be
You're fine.
look like I'm not paying attention. But yeah.
You're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second hot take. What do you enjoy about our school? You kind of answered that with the first question, but
Well, yeah.
if you had to pick one big thing that you enjoy, like every single day without fail, what would you choose?
I don't know. Like, I like our little club meetings with the different clubs, because I'm in a few different clubs, and so are you and stuff, so I like our little club meetings. I feel like we're all a little family for at least a few minutes, and then, we spurse off, so I like the little club times where we get to talk about things that we all enjoy, because we're all there,
Yeah!
So,
What clubs
I
are
like
you in again?
I'm in drama club, GSA.
2.
Last year, I was in game club and LARP.
3.
Oh,
you guys did LARP last year?
Not this year. Last year we did LARP.
Oh, so you're talking my sophomore year, your freshman year. I thought you
Yeah.
guys secretly started it up again
No.
this year. I was like, what?
I was supposed to be the one who took over LARP, but that didn't happen because the club got canceled. I didn't have the materials. I wasn't as good as the original person who started the club. So I felt like, and I still feel like I'm still not as good as that guy. Like, I still strongly feel about that. Like, he's really good at what he does, and I'm okay, but, I don't feel like I could do that. So the club stopped. The club's gone.
Would you want to pick it back up?
I don't know about that. I feel like we wouldn't have as many members because a lot of people who were, interested in it have left or graduated or whatever. So I don't think I'd want to.
Aw, man.
I mean,
Shucks.
if you were the one, helping me do it, we could do that. But,
Girl.
I could help you train and stuff like that. I know that sounds a little weird, but I could help you. So.
Yeah. For context, me and Ray are friends. So,
Yeah.
girl, you know I'd do that for you.
I know, but like I'm scared. I'm frankly scared. I'm kind of a chicken sometimes, so you know. Okay.
Have you seen that video where the girl like goes up to the guy's car and he rolls down the window and she's yelling at him or whatever and he goes meow? And
no, I haven't seen that.
And she goes, "What are you, a fuzzy?"
Are you a fuzzy?
So I have this weird like little thing where I will admit a meow like to myself once every while, and I think I was like talking to Tyler or whatever at work one night, and I meowed at him or something, and he goes, "What are you, a fuzzy?" And I was like, we started dying.
Oh, that's
miss
funny.
working with him. I miss working with him. He
Yeah.
was awesome. All right, what's on the next question? None of this is scripted. I just write down things.
Oh, that's okay.
This is the wonderful notebook of questions. Like on the last thing, I wrote down like for tips and tricks. I just wrote down like bullet points to go over.
Okay.
But mostly, I just pull stuff out of my boot.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite teacher?
Do I have a favorite teacher?
Yes. Name drop.
Think.
Name drop.
Are we allowed to name drop?
Name drop right now.
I'm trying to think. There's a few people that I really like.
Okay, top 3.
Okay, last year for sure my favorite teacher was Mr. Morrison.
Oh.
This year my favorite teacher would have to be Miss Schultz. But like overall in staff probably would be Miss Sanders because she's helped me through a lot and she's really sweet.
Aww.
But yeah.
I don't know if I would have a favorite teacher. I usually don't play favorites with anything.
Oh, well, I do.
I'm
okay.
just one of those people. Like, I know some people are like, yeah, right, you'd pick Mr. Mack or Mrs. Coy as your favorite teacher, and I'm like, they're in my top 3, but I don't really have a favorite.
Yeah.
Like, someone goes, what's your favorite this? And I'm like, I don't know.
Like, I don't know. All of them. I like all the colors.
Now, listen. If we ask who my favorite person is, I'm going to say my girlfriend. That's like a given, though.
That's fair. That's very obvious. That's very obvious.
It's very obvious. I talk about her a lot.
You do, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
She seems to make you happy, so, you know, that's good.
Yeah. We love her.
Yes.
What is your best school can I English?
I don't know if you
What is your best school subject? What is a subject that you not only like excel at but enjoy?
I don't know if I necessarily excel at this, but I'm pretty good at it. I'd say the biology science class. Like the Mr. Horse classrooms, basically.
That's valid.
I really like doing his work. Like, sometimes I'll be honest, though, like, we all, like, skip some work, 'cause it's just like, I don't need to do this. But I do like the stuff that he does, and the, I think it's called labs. Yeah, the labs that we do. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Now, my class, I think I talked about this before. My class, freshman year, we had a whole bunch of kids in there, and we had two particular boys in our class that we had directed readings almost every single day to the point where we ran out of directed readings.
You told me about this.
Yes.
That was...
Yes.
When you told me that, I was like, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, like, you ran out. Like, that's crazy.
One day we had one of the boys in particular call Mr. Horst a gummy bear because he was trying to be funny. And
Why
Mr.
would you
Horst
say
got
that?
so pissed.
Why would you say that to anybody?
Pissed. I have a story. I have a story that involves me and Mr. Horst. So,
okay. We are still on this, so I wouldn't say anything else that's like a little... Because you already said something.
No. It's not bad, but,
Okay.
I had Mr. Max 7th hour, and then 8th hour I had Mr. Horst. And before 7th hour ended, I thought it would be funny. I was a little freshman. I thought it'd be funny, and I went up to Mac and I pretended to have a gun in my hand, and I was like, "Give me all the bananas or something. Give me all your money." So he grabbed my hand and pretended to take the gun out of my hand, and I thought that was funny. So I was like, "I'm gonna go try that on Mr. Horst."
It didn't work well. You told me about it. It did not work well. It did not work well. He seemed mad.
He got so mad. He actually, for the first time in forever, yelled at me, and he said, point your fingers like that at me for 2 more seconds, and you're getting a detention. And then he yelled at me to go sit down. And then
I would start crying.
Oh, I did. I had him for homeroom too, so I ended up apologizing profusely after the class ended. I called him over and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you." And he goes, "You're fine. It's just if you do it, then all the kids are gonna come in and be stupid about it. And I don't mean to make an example out of you, but it happened. So just don't do it again."
Yeah.
And I mean, I still feel.
I'm sorry. My sister is here.
You're fine.
What's up? You can unpause.
You good?
Yeah, I'm all good now. Sorry.
Okay, I unpaused it.
I have a little sister, and I'm technically babysitting her right now until my mom gets home. And then my dad's leaving for work in the next, 40 minutes or so, so it's kind of, yeah. I'm going to grab my charger real quick, though, because I forgot to charge my laptop before we did this. So, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go grab your charger.
Grab
it's fine. I'll entertain the people.
Okay.
I'm good at that.
Okay.
But yeah, after that incident with Mr. Horst, I am I still feel bad for it.
Yeah, I'd feel bad for it too. I'd think about it every day.
Oh, you can still hear me?
That was so dumb. Oh yeah, I can still hear you.
Listen,
so,
Ryplee was a different breed as a freshman. You didn't really know me that well as a freshman. You think I was bad sophomore year and maybe a little bit last year. You should have seen me when I was younger.
Yeah.
I always crap on younger me because younger me was super ambitious, but it was right
in your face, that's what I'm saying.
You know how Alexander Hamilton pissed people off?
Yeah.
I was a Hamilton.
Oh. So you were trying to be funny and outgoing, but it just made people mad. Kind of thing? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Some people loved me, some people hated me. I remember I did cheer 8th grade, and I remember not meaning to, but I looked over the shoulder of one of my cheer mates, and they were texting another person on Snapchat, and they said, "Oh my god, I hate Ryplee, she's so annoying." I stopped talking to that person as much as I used to. Yeah, I didn't tell the person I saw it, it's just, for the rest of the cheer season, I stopped being buddy-buddy with people, because I saw that, and I saw how they actually really thought about me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
You're gonna find that everywhere in life, though.
I'm sorry.
It sucks. It really sucks. Nobody should be doing that to other people, but it's gonna happen either way. It's life.
You know what really sucks?
What?
Losing your nail. I was opening a box, and my nail popped off,
Ouch.
and I don't know where it went.
Ouch.
Yeah, the other ones, fell off. This one fell off in the shower. I was biting my nail, and I heard a crunch, and it fell out into my lap, which was kind of weird. But the rest of them kind of just popped off slowly by themselves. Now I just have 2 thumbs.
Oh, yay.
I might get new nails. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But yeah.
You gonna still do green, or are you gonna do different colors?
I want black. I want to be a child of the night.
Okay. You're gonna be
Excuse me.
Like my mom with her talons that she has that she never cuts.
Oh my god. When I was going to get my nails done, they gave us a book of all the colors.
Yeah. And
there was a bright yellow in there.
Yeah.
And it was burning my eyes.
Normally when I...
It was
sorry. Normally when I get my nails done and I see colors like that, I'm just like, okay.
Pair something with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, but, that's a bright color. I mean, oh well.
It wasn't, piss yellow. It was highlighter yellow, too.
Oh, so it was just...
It was bright.
Let me highlight my fingers for you.
I could have, gotten a job as a construction worker in a construction zone, road work or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
What was the next?
just be careful over here.
I'm right here. I'm right here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the funniest thing you've heard in our school? Now, this could be a rumor. This could be something stupid somebody said. This could be
Something. Either way, okay. So there was a rumor going around my freshman year that I was in a poly relationship with two of my best friends. You already know about this, but there was a rumor.
I forgot about it. I
don't know if it was like a rumor that like everybody knew, but I definitely like a few people like went up to the guy that was supposedly in the poly with me and were like, "Hey, so is this going on or is this a rumor?" And he was like, "What?" So yeah, that's probably the craziest thing I've heard about me in the school, at least. So,
I had a similar experience.
you did?
My 8th grade year, someone spread a rumor that my ex-girlfriend, who like I got back together with like 6 different times on and off, and her best friend, we were all dating.
Oh.
So basically her best friend had a crush on her, and I had a crush on her. So the best friend proposed that we all just date each other.
Yeah.
But she was only doing that to make the person involved, the person who we both had a crush on, happy, right?
Yeah.
So I said no, obviously. And I said, I don't want to date her, I just want to date you. So then me and her started dating, and it somehow got leaked about the poly thing.
Yeah.
And it got spread around that we were all dating.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But we were not.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't even know how that would work.
I mean,
some people do it, and it's like, it's a thing. I don't know.
I wouldn't object to being in one, but I definitely didn't. It was so complicated. I don't even know how to word it. So.
It's okay. To each his own.
Yeah.
I say that a lot. I say that like almost every episode.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the saddest thing you've heard? Like, this could be like sad as in cry, as in like, oh my god, that's so horrible, I can't believe this happened to this person, or I can't believe that this is being said about this person.
For a while there, I had a friend, and there was really bad things happening, and I felt really bad for her. But then after a little bit, I was like, some of the things these people are saying about you are kind of true, and maybe you need to own up to it. And it was like, it really upset me at first why that was happening, and it still upsets me. Like, no, I don't talk to her as often anymore, but, it's still like, why would you say that about a person? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was like, me and my friend, and then she was being talked crap about, and I felt bad for her. I couldn't do anything about it, though, because it wasn't my problem, wasn't my issue, I wasn't involved with it, and I would try to, like, be like, okay, well, how about we just vent then about it? Let's just vent, and we can have a little chit-chat about it, you know what I mean? Like, not necessarily crap talking, but like venting to your friend about this, like, I really don't like this person, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, I'll listen. Like, this is what I also don't like about this person. I think this is not cool, you know what I mean? Things like that. But, yeah, some of the things the girl was saying about the other girl was just not okay. And vice versa, though. Vice versa, you know what I mean? Both of them were kind of, at the end, they're both coming at each other, and it was like, let's just not. Like, this isn't going to matter in a few years, but,
Yeah. You seem to have that mentality where you're like, it's not that deep, bro. Whatever drama you're having right now, you're literally going to look back on and either feel stupid or, like, laugh at how stupid it is.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like, what's the point of this? Like, no one really actually cares.
That's why I kind of, like, I know that I get along with you, because you don't start crap. And if you do, it's for a reason.
Well,
which you haven't had a reason to do so.
No, not really. I don't.
And then, of course, if someone's being a jerk, you're like, hey, you're being a jerk.
Yeah, I don't like or dislike anybody that much to start problems like that. So.
Yeah. All right. So, let's put yourself in the administration's shoes.
Oh.
And you can have whatever new class at high school that you would want. You could put any class in, whether it be like stupid, like silly, like trampoline class, or like something serious, like maybe a college level class that you would want to take at the school. What would you take? What would you as an administration elect that we would have as a course option?
Correct me if I'm wrong before I answer this. So, the facts class, it's just about food and family, right? And, like, birth and stuff like that?
They do, there's food, so there's nutrition, there's, I think there's, like, international culinary class where they go over everything out of the different world. And then, of course, there's intro, I think, which goes over the sewing unit.
Yeah.
And then there is a childcare class, yeah.
Okay. I was thinking more like a pet class, you know what I mean? If that sounds like weird, like learning more about pet illnesses and like kind of like a vet class, but not really a vet class, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Kind of like a child care class, but for dogs?
Yeah, but for, like, not just dogs, but like animals in general, like common household pets.
For animals.
And then also learning about, you know, things like that, you know what I mean? Which I guess kind of ties into the biology aspect, but you know what I mean? Like, I guess,
well, I think
doctor-ish, I suppose.
That might be, like, more of a useful class because if for child care you learn, like, the development of a child and how to, like, take care of a child.
Yeah.
You could learn how to take care of a dog, and then someone could turn around and be like, yo, Dad, I want a dog.
I mean...
And they could prove that they know how to take care of an animal.
Yeah.
And also, there's some animals that, like, nobody knows how to take care of. My stepmom, she got 2 baby rats, and I had no clue how to take care of a rat. Yeah. So, like, when we went to go pick up the two rats, I was asking her a million questions. I was like, wait, so what do they eat? And then that's when I actually learned rats are not supposed to have cheese.
Really?
Yeah, they're not. They can't digest it. Like, no dairy.
Can
or
mice
whatever.
digest it?
I don't know.
Okay, because I thought that.
I just know they're not supposed to have cheese.
Okay.
Also, I found out that you can buy baby food treats, like the little stars or the little yogurt melts, and you can feed them to the rats.
Oh, that's cute.
And they take it. It's funny because we usually feed them through the cage, so they snatch it, and then they're sitting there and they're going. It's the
way you did that was just like. But no, that's cute though. That's cute.
I hope y'all enjoyed that Mike ASMR.
My cousin had a mouse, and he did, like, not really the exact same thing, but he was very, like, the little mouse, like, grabbed everything that he could, you know what I mean? And it's a mouse, like, it sounds like a child, like, grabbed anything that he could fit in his little hands, you know what I mean? So, it was adorable. I think his name was Cheese.
I think we have a brown one named Indy. I think, you've met the rats. Yeah. We have the brown one named Indy, and then we have the white one named Blossom. Blossom actually bit my little brother, because I think she was just, like, confused because we're so close. They're so used to having us, like, shove treats in the middle of, like, the bars of the cage for them to, like, chomp on.
Yeah.
Also, little kid fingers, he probably didn't wash his hands, so he probably smelled like food, so she went.
Yeah.
And bit him.
Yeah.
So my mom one day was like, if you're playing with them, be careful. They're going to bite you.
Yeah.
Also, they liked to really bite my nails. Like, they liked to bite my nails. And one night I was trying to pet Indy, and, like, she bit it. And then, like, I lifted my finger, and she wouldn't let go. She was on the couch, too. And then finally she let go. And I was like, oh, okay, rude.
Wow. That's amazing. That's funny though. I've seen stuff
I have
like
another
that
I have another hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
So you know the TV show Total Drama Island, right?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So if you were on Total Drama Island, which student would you vote off the island? Now, I'm going to do a little more of like a control because you're a junior. Which person in your class would you vote off? And why?
So, we're talking about, like, in my grade, who would I vote off?
Yeah, in your grade, in your class, in your graduating class of 2027, who would you vote off that island and why?
Okay, so we all know that one boy group in my grade, right? Do we know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about? I don't. There's
Yeah.
not a specific one I choose, but like one of them I vote off because we all know they're all gonna be planning something and they're gonna be like, all right, guys, let's get this person off. You know what I mean? Like they'd be like plotting against the rest of us. Like, so I'd probably get one of them off first to like break it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
they're also like all really good at like sports and stuff like that. So like they'd be nailing those challenges. Like they would be really good at it. So I'm just like, none of us have a chance. Let's just
vote them
let's just
off.
vote.
Vote them
Let's
off.
vote them off. Yeah. But yeah, that
I
no
don't-
hate,
I don't know
obviously,
who I
no
would
hate
vote
or
off.
anything like that. But you know what I mean, like no chances. You know what I mean?
It's a strategic thing. It's like in
Yes.
dodgeball, you go for for the fast ones when they're not looking.
Yeah.
That's how you get people out.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
Who would I get out in my grade?
I don't really...
Joey.
What?
I would vote off Joey.
Joey? Poor Joey.
Listen. It's not, I know what you guys are thinking. We don't gang up on Joey. Joey is awesome, but here's the thing. Joey is super smart.
Joey is really smart,
And
though.
he knows a lot about nature, so he can use that to our disadvantage.
Exactly. Like, I don't really talk to Joey, obviously, because I don't really know him like that, but, like, I've heard him talking to other people when I've been in the room, and, you know, you hear everything when you're in the same room as someone, and I'm just sitting there like, this kid is smart. Like, you can just
who
tell.
else I would vote off?
What? Who?
You know who else I would vote off?
Me? I'm
No,
kidding.
out of my grade.
Who?
Cameron Jones.
I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie.
For the same reason that you would for the boys in your grade,
Yeah.
that you would vote off on the island to even things out. She does, not only does she like do school sports, but I'm pretty sure she does travel sports as well during
Okay.
the summer and all that fun jazz. So she's super athletic.
Okay.
So if she wasn't on my team, I would vote her off instantly
Okay.
so that I could hopefully have a chance at winning.
Yeah. I didn't know who that was. For a minute there, I thought when you said Cameron, I was like, you said Cameron, right?
I said Cameron Jones.
Yeah, I thought immediately my brain went to a guy, so I was like, who's he? That person's a she. I apologize, but like, I did not know who that is. I don't know. I didn't know. I still don't know. But you
We
know
love
what
how I'm name dropping. I'm name dropping and you're not.
I mean. No, because I don't want people coming after. Well, that's not gonna happen. But you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Honestly, though, it's kind of like, it's mostly like a hypothetical, and it's like, it's a funny. When I was writing that question, I knew you would get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's a funny hypothetical.
Yeah.
Like, if you were on that TV show, who would you vote off?
Okay, so when I was like, I know, I didn't think you were talking about like the kids at our school. I thought you were talking about like the show. I was like, Gwen, I hate her. Either way, I hate Gwen.
I've seen snippets, so I've never really watched the show. I've seen snippets of the show,
Yeah.
so I know what it's about. And then of the Total Drama Rama, which is like the daycare version of the show
Yeah.
that they posted on Cartoon Network. I've watched like a handful of episodes on there.
Yeah.
But I think if I had to vote someone off from the show, I'd vote I would say
If you say who I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna crash
Who do you
out.
think I'm gonna say?
Duncan?
Who do you think I'm gonna say?
Duncan or Courtney? Duncan or Courtney?
So I was about to say maybe one of those two, but at the
No!
same time they would both kill me because don't they like fall in love with each other?
Yeah, okay, that's
Oh.
the reason I hate Gwen. Wanna know why? Because she's a man stealer. She's
No. I would vote off Harold because he screwed up and he switched the votes, so Courtney got voted off in that one episode.
Yeah, you're right. That made me mad. That made me really mad.
I was like, dude, what the heck?
Yeah. I love
Like he
Courtney
had
and
all
Duncan.
he had all the reason to be a villain, but
He did.
dang.
Like that was mean. That was cruel. But no, I love Courtney and Duncan. Like I can't get over them. Not like I like them separately and I like them as a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the characters on that show. I definitely have to watch it.
You should.
It seems like a good show.
You should. So good.
I should. I used to watch I used to watch TLC during the summer because my mom would watch a lot of TLC. So I've seen like a handful of episodes of Catfish, but one of the Bravo. This isn't on TLC. I misspoke. It's on Bravo. But like the Below Deck series where they're on cruise ships, I love watching those because the crew always has some sort of drama going on.
Yeah.
There was also one where I witnessed them, like, one of them getting fired because they just kept causing problems and not doing their job. It was very interesting.
Yeah. I like the drama in shows.
So, here's another spicy question. So, answering respectfully, what was the worst assignment you had to do so far in your high school career?
I don't know.
This can be an assignment that just made no sense or was just you found completely and utterly, like, irrelevant. I don't know. Or one that was just super difficult for you.
I would say math, but I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't do anything in math all year. So, I didn't. You can even ask Mr. Mack. I didn't. I did, like, 2 assignments at the beginning of the year, the first 2 weeks, and that was it. The rest of the year, I doodled in my notebook. I bet you can see how that ended up for me. So yeah.
Did you pass?
No. Like I skipped my portfolio and everything, Ryplee.
Ray!
That's why I'm in summer school right now. I'm in summer school for semester 1 of algebra.
Just for math?
Yeah, just for math.
Just for math.
Everything else I passed.
Now, does he teach it, or does someone else teach it to you?
It's Miss Sanders that is teaching a small class. It's in the computer lab room. We're all there, and we're all on our computers, in front of the computers, if that makes any sense. And we're doing our mathises, or whatever class we failed. Mathises.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah. But no, I failed that class. I failed it so bad. I had like a 18 in that class. No, not even. I can't even think. But yeah, no, I didn't pass.
I have hair stuck in my headphone.
Ouch.
There we go. I had like hair like poking into my ear hole.
I get that.
Like underneath my headphone.
That's
really
annoying and itchy.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I would say all of math, even though I didn't do anything. Because I didn't do it. I have no explanation. I didn't do it. Anything he said,
Sorry,
I didn't
I thought
understand.
I cut my foot.
Oh, you okay?
No. So I have a lip underneath my desk, and I hit my foot with it, and it felt like it sliced my foot open.
Ouch.
But I think it just like gave me a paper cut.
Speaking of slicing,
I just hit it.
Since it's summer now, speaking of slicing feet open, last summer, the polo pool here, I was like getting into the pool. I was with some friends, and like my foot started burning. I took my foot out of the water, and my foot had a huge cut in it, like deep, with the rock of like it was like.
Wasn't I there?
What?
Wasn't I there for that?
I can't remember.
I think I remember that.
I think you might have been there.
Wasn't Savannah? It was Savannah, me, you, and Kale, I think.
No, Jaden was
We were
there
all at
too.
the pool.
Jaden was there too.
Oh. Then I don't think I was there.
Okay. Because I know it was definitely me and Jaden were there. I know that for sure. And I sliced my foot open, and it hurt so bad. And then I went to the ER for it, and it was horrible. That experience was the worst experience I've ever had at the ER. And I've been to the ER a few different times, but yeah, no, it was horrible. I hated that day. I hated that.
Yeah, because I took a medical class this year, so I know that like cuts on the feet, especially for diabetics, are like not good.
Yeah, I'm a diabetic, type 1. It's genetic. Yay! I love that for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You handle it well.
I try to.
You're like a girl boss.
I don't feel like it. But yeah.
So, I guess you kind of answered this one with the last question. How do you pass the time when you're bored in class?
Oh, I doodle. I talk. Well, it depends on which class I'm in. I do talk. I do art. I draw a lot. I do a lot of that stuff. I also daydream. I daydream a lot. I'm a daydreamer. I just sit there staring. And then sometimes I'll stare off at people on accident, and then I feel like a weirdo and a creep. And I'm just like,
oh my God, I did that once.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. And most of the time they don't realize, which is good. But yeah, I promise I wasn't staring at you people. I was daydreaming about my life, okay?
Life.
Yeah.
Life could be dream. Shaboo-ba-da-da-da-da. Oh my God. I watched Dolphin Tale as a kid so much. Like, I was obsessed with that. Dolphin Tale was the bomb.
I don't think I've ever watched Dolphin Tale.
You know what else I watched a lot as a kid because my sister was, like, obsessed with him for a while?
What? I don't know.
Adam Sandler.
Well, he's a good actor, so...
No, but I watched the movie Click at least 135 times. Same with Uncle Buck.
I've heard both of those are good.
Because she would come over every other weekend, and we had it on DVD, and we would just watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah. I've heard they're good.
Because whenever we shared a room when she came over, so whenever she came over, my dad let her have full control of the TV. So, yeah. Because she was only over so much, so, like, she didn't really have her own room, and then we finally got our own rooms.
Yeah.
And then by the time, like, we started getting, like, our own room, me and her shared a room in the basement, but, like, she stopped coming over after that.
Oh. I'm sorry.
So. And then I got moved back up here into my room. So, fun fact about me, I have lived in almost every single room upstairs in my house.
Oh.
Only one I haven't lived in is the attic and the bathroom, obviously.
Obviously.
But that's because my dad has done remodeling on the house, so, like, I'd had to move out of the room.
Yeah.
I started in the house in Everly's room, and it had, like, pink walls and a pink carpet, and then my dog pissed all over the carpet.
Oh, my God.
So it just smelled like dog pee in that room, so he had to completely rip up and throw away that carpet. And then they started getting that room ready for Everly for when Lindsay was pregnant, so I moved into the boys' room. And then my dad moved everything from their room downstairs because Lindsay couldn't go upstairs after having Everly. So then I moved into their room as my dad ripped up the carpet and all that fun jazz in the boys' room. So then I moved back into the boys' room after a while. And then after I was in the boys' room, I moved into this room. And then I moved out into the basement.
Oh.
And then that room became the boys' room. And then this room became an office for my parents. And because it was a storage room / the office. And then sophomore year, my dad wanted me to move back up here, so I'm back up here in the room. He wasn't very fond of the fact that he couldn't hear it. I think it was he trusts me, and we have, like, he knows I'm not going to sneak out. But he realized that me being close to the garage, I had, like, an easy way to sneak out of the house if I wanted to. So he moved me back up here. Also, I think he just wants to have everybody there. My room is also the basement isn't really a fun place to have a room.
Yeah, he wants everybody together. He wants everybody safe and together.
Yeah. We're all in this together.
You're just popping off with the songs today.
I've never watched that movie. I've never seen that movie in my entire life.
It's from a movie?
It's from High School Musical.
Oh, High School Musical. Yeah, I never really liked High School Musical. I watched with my grandma when I was younger, but I never really liked it.
Grandma was hip like that?
Okay, I'm gonna name drop. My grandma Becky, best grandma ever. Best grandma ever. I love her so much. She's my bio dad's mom, and love them both to bits. They're like really good people. They're really good people. Really, really good people. So.
Oh, my face itches and my headphones are moving. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
Does my mic sound good? This is
it sounds good.
This is a new headset.
It still sounds good. Yeah. Yeah.
My other one sounded like okay, but I wanted a better quality, like, I wanted a designated, like, podcast setup with supplies.
Yeah.
Like, I ordered a camera and I had it overnighted.
Okay.
So, that costed me $10 on shipping.
Okay.
That's because I canceled my Amazon Prime because I wasn't using it anymore.
That's okay.
I was like, I'm not spending this much money on something that I don't use.
Yeah.
And then I used the money to get Spotify Premium for my girlfriend.
Yay.
So basically, it's like it's a duo plan. So I'm on the plan, and then my girlfriend's also on the plan.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Here's another spicy question.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Am I ready for it?
Who is your best friend?
Are we talking school?
Don't lie.
Hey, are we talking school or at home?
Don't lie. Both. Mostly school. Actually, school first and then at home.
That's hard. There's three
You already kind of gave a...
There's 3 people that I consider my best friends at the school.
Say it.
Okay, so it's you, Kale, and Koa that I consider my 3 best friends at the school. But if I had to pick a best friend of all time, like, not necessarily at school, just in my life, it would have to be my sister Savannah. Her and I have been literally attached to the hip for years, and she is my best friend. Like, I love her so much. So.
I hope that doesn't leak on my bed. I threw my empty bottle of cranberry juice on my bed.
Oh. Well, if it's empty, you should be fine.
I don't want to throw it in the garbage can in my room because I'm gonna take it down and put it in the recycling.
Okay.
But like after the podcast is done. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, that's my answer.
All right. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
I did not pay her $20 to do that.
No.
I swear she said it on her own accord.
Guys, there's no cameras.
I didn't Venmo her anything.
Yeah.
there is no cameras.
Yeah. There's not really
there is no
a
cameras.
line of people, but you guys just as a whole, you 3 are just like my bestie boos, and I stick with you guys. So, yeah.
Sweet. All right, now what is your favorite club?
Probably drama club. Last year it was LARP, but this year it's definitely drama club. I'm sorry.
Theater kid.
What? I am a theater kid. So are you. So are you. We're both theater kids.
I bet you like.
Who done it into whom?
No, I bet you like watching musicals and singing Hamilton at 8 a.m. in the morning.
That's you. What do you mean? That's not me. I do listen to Hamilton.
Nuh-uh. I don't sing Hamilton at 8 in the morning. Instead, I sing Jort Storm by Slimesicle. Have you heard that song?
No.
Oh my god, I'm gonna play just a little bit of a snippet for it so I don't get copyrighted, but it's on Spotify.
This just in. We're receiving reports that a new fad is taking the nation by storm. Its name, shorts. But it appears as if this breakthrough in jean short splicing technology is causing irregular weather patterns all across the globe. It's the warmer season, so I can't
All right.
really like the denim, but not the...
You should check it out. That's just a little snippet of it.
I kind of actually... The beginning is kind of funny. I'll check it out.
Oh my god.
Just text me the name again.
Slimesicle is awesome.
Text me the name later.
Text you? I'll just send it to you on Spotify.
Okay.
I was gonna send you the podcast anyways.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then I'll have your pod.
I think
your account. Your
my
thing.
pot. What?
Your thing.
What are you talking about?
Your thing.
I don't make pasta.
I'm not talking about pasta. I made pasta last night. And it was pretty good.
I wanted to make pasta today, but I didn't want to cook anything, so I just had
That's valid.
popcorn.
That's valid.
I might tonight when I go to work. I might buy a few packs of like ramen, like the not the yakisoba, but like the like tray things.
Yeah.
So that I have, I don't know.
Okie dokie.
I'm lazy. I don't want to cook.
You know, that's valid because I'm the same way.
Cooking is fun, but like I don't want to.
I won't if I don't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't really have any more questions, but
that's all right.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
I can't word. I can't speak. I
word
lost
either.
my
Don't
train
worry.
of thought.
Don't worry.
There's been like every episode I go, I lost my train of thought. Give me a moment. Especially, and it's more awkward when I'm like talking to myself because I'm just sitting here in my chair, just like falling back. Apparently.
Oh God! Don't do that.
Almost fell. Yeah, no. I have a toy box behind me, so if I fall, I'm gonna hit my head.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh.
All right.
It's like the Sesame Street things. You know the Sesame Street things? Like the aliens, and they're like, oh.
I don't think I do.
Yep.
I don't think I do.
Why are you so young? Why are you so young?
I watched Sesame Street, but I just don't know what you're talking about.
Did you watch the old version on DVD?
I think so.
Old
yes.
seasons. I think it was like season 11 or something.
Where Elmo was like in his crayon house.
Elmo loves his goldfish.
Yeah, that one. I watched
Elmo's World.
Yeah,
I love Elmo's World.
And then Sesame Street.
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter.
Are you quoting it?
Where it's, yeah, like it's. I don't remember what season and what episode it was from, but I had a DVD of like Sesame Street, and I would watch it all the time. And it was one of the like little episode thing was like, okay, you need to run down to the store and get me a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. And that was like an animated, like a drawing animated like short thing that they did. Excuse me.
Okay.
I also really liked Bert and Ernie. Sometimes I'll do an Ernie laugh.
They were funny. I like when, that laugh is funny. I don't know if it was a movie or an episode or a skit or something of the sort, but they were like in an Egyptian tomb, and it was just very creepy. Like, it creeped me out as a kid, but I really liked it. So I don't know what that was about, but it was a good one.
I liked the one where Ernie was making a clay statue of Bert, and then he just like ripped off Bert's nose and put it on the statue because he was like, "Oh, I'm out of clay. I don't have anything to make your nose.
Let me just steal yours."
Steal your nose. It's fine.
Yeah. That's okay.
Everything's fine. Everything's okay.
Yes. All right.
So, are you excited to start up school? Your junior year, are you excited?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You get to take the ACT this year.
I know. I'm not looking forward to it.
You get to take the big test.
I don't want to.
I get to not come to school that day.
Yeah, lucky you.
Listen, I took it last year and it sucked. And then I went and watched the Minecraft movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. Is the chicken jockey thing from the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, so it's a scene where they're in a... I'm going to spoil the movie because it's been out forever.
That's okay.
So if you don't want to hear spoilers, I don't know, skip ahead. Skip ahead 15 seconds until I'm done yapping. But it's a scene where they are going into the spooky mansion because they're trying to get like the little orb thing to go back and restore the portal so that they can go to the real world again and send the people back to the real world.
Yeah.
And also because there's an evil piglin queen who wants to take over the entire overworld and like make everything like nether and dark or whatever. But anyways, they're in there and they get caught by all the not the Ravengers. It was like the spooky mansion villagers, whatever those are called. I can't remember what they're called. Evokers. They're caught by the evokers, and Jason Momoa is in the arena, and Jack Black is tied up, and a crate comes down, and he goes, "You want me to fight the chicken?" And then a zombie pops out of it and like loves the chicken, and then grabs it, and the camera pans to Jack Black, and he goes, "Chicken Jackie." So he does his chicken jockey thing, and then Garrett, Jason Momoa's character Garrett gets like beat the crap out of by a zombie on a chicken. That's the whole scene. That is the whole scene.
That's an interesting scene.
It's a stupid scene that he's fighting a chicken jockey, and the little boy is like looking for this orb thing, and then like runs into an Enderman.
You know, this kind of makes me want to, like, not watch the movie now.
Oh, my God. Watch the movie. You know what the best part about the movie is?
What?
The song for the dog. Go now, Dennis. Dennis is awesome.
Okay.
I also liked the Lava Chicken song, but I've played it so much to where I can't listen to it anymore. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
But I like the Ode to Dennis. Dennis was my favorite part of the movie.
You said Dennis was a
Changed
dog,
Dawn's
right?
life. Yeah, so it's like it's Steve's wolf that he tames and names Dennis. And then Dennis goes into the real world and becomes untamed again. And then Dawn gives Dennis a bone, which we all know as Minecrafters, tames the dog, and then the collar pops back and she goes, "Oh my god, you're Dennis. You're the dog that Steve has been looking for, that Steve thinks is dead, that Steve's going to betray us for because dead dog or whatever." I don't know. You just have to watch the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
But he's the best part about the movie.
Yeah.
Not like the character development or anything, just
But like it's just
Dennis.
it's a good character. Because it's a dog.
Yeah.
Obviously. It's a good character.
Also, Jennifer Coolidge is in there, and she like falls in love with a villager. Yeah, she's driving home, and she hits a villager with with her car, and then takes him on a date, and then they like fall in love.
That's weird. That's weird.
And then she teaches the villager English, and the villager teaches her how to speak villager.
That's so weird.
And then like Jennifer Coolidge's ex is like the gym teacher / science teacher or whatever. It's really weird. It's a really stupid movie. But they do have Dan TDM and Afmal.
My little sister
She's
watches
in there.
her.
She's in there.
I have my opinions about
They're in there.
Afmal. And they're not good ones. They're just not.
I never watched her. My cousin watched Stampy. I watched popular MMOs, but I only watched like him and Jen for like the Lucky Block Five Nights at Freddy's mod thingy.
Yeah.
Where they would fight a Five Nights at Freddy's character, and they
Oh.
would like have Lucky Block mod. They would like have Lucky Blocks, and they'd open the Lucky Blocks.
That made no sense to me. That made no sense. I'm like, if you want me to
Oh my God.
understand something, you have to let me like see it and like continuously explain it to me, and then I'll understand.
I'll show you the video. Not to interrupt, but it is top of the hour. I'm 2 minutes late. I was a minute late last time. What I do at the top of the hour is I shout out a student or a staff at our school.
Okay.
So every episode like is kind of like not dedicated to a student or staff at the school, but like I just shout them out and go, "Hey, you're a great person." Last episode, it was Mr. Morrison.
Yay.
And I was thinking, I was thinking very hard on who I can nominate for this episode. And I think it would be only fair if I shout out to Mrs. Bloom, our librarian.
Yes.
Because not only does she deal with, like, us kids coming in and needing to borrow the copier and all that fun jazz.
Yeah, she gets bothered all the
Or
time.
we need a book. But, like, there were kids shoving lead into their Chromebooks and, like, breaking their Chromebooks. And I don't know if she particularly had to deal with that, but she was a librarian who deals with, like, the broken Chromebooks.
Yeah.
So I think she deserves a shout-out. Also,
Yeah.
she kind of, like, does a lot for our school. If she's not in the library, she's in the office being an office secretary lady. She's a really great gal.
Yes.
So, yeah, Miss Bloom, you have been shouted out. Congratulations.
Yay.
You owe us $5. Just kidding.
You owe us money now.
Technically, if I didn't break my Chromebook for the first time, I would have owed her money. So, it was literally the second to last day of school. I was getting ready to go to my first hour class, and I had everything in my arms. I had my crochet bag on this hand, and I had everything in this arm. My Chromebook slipped and fell and dropped onto the school floor. I picked it up. I figured it was fine. I went to my first hour class, and Miss Coy was like, "I'm going to give you 5 minutes to study, and then you guys have to get ready and take the exam."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay." So I opened my laptop. It was white. Like, you know how, like, the screen is, like, broken,
Yeah.
it's got white, and it's got... It was like that. I couldn't even see my laptop. Nothing was on there. It was a lot. And
Yeah.
all I did was drop it on the ground. So I felt so bad. I went up to Mrs. Coy and I said, my laptop's broken. And she goes, oh, okay. And I said, can I take it to the library and get a new one? And she goes, do you need it? And I said, yeah, I need it to study for certain classes. So I went to the library and I walked in and I did like a little bit of a walk of shame. And I said, hey, so I broke my computer. And I was like, I kept apologizing. She goes, Ryplee, these things happened. And I said, I feel horrible. Yeah. I don't ever break computers. The last time I like had a broken computer, it wasn't my fault. There was a wire in the Chromebook that like connects the screen visuals to like our screen or whatever. Yeah. And that wire like was disconnected or whatever. So it wasn't a me problem. That I had to like open my Chromebook a certain way in order to see the screen. Yeah. It was like a them problem. But that was like the last time I like had a broken Chromebook. But I felt so bad. And then I went home. And I talked to my mom about it and I said, hey, so I broke a Chromebook today, but if there's a cost to it, I will willingly pay it because I'm the one who did it. And she said, it's okay, whatever happens. I'm glad you, like, owned up to it and you told me. And then I talked to Miss Bloom, and she goes, actually, it's your first break, so the first repair is free. And I said, yes.
So I did something similar. I did something similar, but it wasn't my Chromebook, okay? So, well, it wasn't really similar, but I did break a Chromebook. So it was my freshman year. It was when Ruth Ann and I were, I'm sorry to name drop again, but it was when a girl and I were like really
Nah, you can't friends. Back out. You can't back out. You already said her name.
Okay, so it was Ruth Ann. Ruth Ann and I were really close friends. Like, we're friends now, but for a while there we weren't really talking. But her and I, we like messed around. Like, I'd like come up behind her, I'd close her Chromebook, or I'd come up beside her, I'd close her Chromebook, or like I'd press, you know, her little off button, whatever, you know, like things like that, like dumb things like that everybody does. So I come up behind her in English class, and she sits in the back of the class, close to the door. That's when the desks were like set up in rows in Mr. Laird's class. I came up,
I remember that.
And I shut her Chromebook, and she tried to stop it with her fist, mind you. With her fist, she tried to stop it. She slammed into the Chromebook, and it broke. I took the blame for it because I was the one who closed the Chromebook, and she was like, you broke my Chromebook, and I'm like, I didn't break your Chromebook, you punched it, what do you mean? And then we went to Mr. Moen, I think his name is, he's the tech guy at the school, and we were like, hey, yes, this happened, and he was like, all right, give me the Chromebook. So, yeah.
Did you obliterate the screen?
Possibly. Well, it wasn't...
Was it white?
It was like, there was like a... I can't really come up to my laptop, because like my hand would be right in your face, but like,
Was there a Ruthie print in the laptop?
There was.
Was there like
there was like a crack. No, there was like a crack, and like it was like a circle, you know what I mean? And then the rest of the screen was like a bunch of colors and all like pixelated.
Oh. That happened to the top of my screen before I broke it, and it was all white. Yeah. Like the top of my screen, like right here.
Yeah.
In this area would turn like I don't know what happened to it. Like there was black with like a little bit of like pixelated colors right there.
Yeah. Someone might have been nomming on your Chromebook, you know what I mean? Like, chewing on the corner.
I don't know if I dropped it, because that's, like, the most common way to break a Chromebook is dropping it.
Yeah.
But I've had, like, personal problems with, like, this laptop that I'm using. My F11 key doesn't work anymore, but for the longest time, my shift key wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is a brand new laptop. So, like, my shift key would be out, my A key would be out. So I don't know what happened to it. Probably shoved it under the bed too hard.
Maybe.
Because like when I go to charge it, I plug it in and then I shove it under my bed. That way I don't trip on the cord when I'm walking out.
Yeah.
During the filming of the podcast yesterday, I had my Chromebook plugged in and my mom called me downstairs, so I had to pause the recording and I tripped over the cord, and I forgot it was plugged in, so I tripped over the cord and I shouted a profanity, and my mom goes, "You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I tripped over my computer cord."
Yeah.
And Koa like chuckled to herself.
She was like,
Thankfully she
sucks for you.
Thankfully she had headphones on.
Yeah.
Because that
her parents would have been like,
something.
"Excuse me?" Was she doing it at her dining room table?
She was sitting in a gaming chair, and she was at her dad's laptop.
Okay, then I have no idea where she would be then. I've, like, been around her house, but, like...
When I invite people to the podcast, I usually tell them, hey, if you have a computer, like, use your computer. Because I haven't tried this program on my phone, but I prefer to do it on computer.
Yeah.
Because then I got my headphones right here. This is what I was talking to you about. So, before we started, I called Ray, and I had her, like, set her up and everything. But I was talking to her about my new headphones. It comes with this, you can see it. I can't really show the aux cords because I'll unplug it. But there's, like, 2 cords, one pink, one green, that plug into the jack that plugs into my computer.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, because this is a gaming headset, so I don't know if this plugs into, like, a controller or whatever. And then I got, like, this little dial thing. I don't know what this dial thing does. What's it say?
I don't know.
Volume control.
That's something that some people at our school need to learn.
Are you looking at me?
Just a little bit. I'm kidding. But
Rude.
I'm not rude. I'm just here, guys. What do you mean?
Rude.
It's giving the YN. It's giving the YN, like, guys. You know what I mean?
No, it's the Bella Swan.
It's the Bella Swan. She kind of ate up in those movies, though. Like, if you look at her fits and her hair, she ate up. Like...
Where did Kristen Stewart go after Twilight? Did she kind of fall off?
I think she kind of fell off a little bit.
I'm Googling it.
Okay. Well, just ignore my answer then.
You keep talking. You talk.
But I do think she fell off a little bit.
I'm not ignoring your answers.
No, you're okay. I do think she fell off a little bit. She was actually originally...
I know she's gay.
Yeah, she's a lesbian now. But, after all those years... I'm not even gonna...
Wait.
Okay, so...
Okay, so, what the heck? She's married to... Okay, so I found out it's not a dude, but she's married to Dylan Meyer.
Yeah.
M2025. Okay, so she was married... Wait, she married Robert Pattinson? Did he turn her gay? Is that a thing?
Okay, Ryplee.
She was in Snow White and the Huntsman?
I think so, yeah.
She was in Charlie's Angels. I saw that movie. I did not know that. She was in Love Lies Bleeding in 2024.
Did you know that Kristen Stewart was actually going to be a singer, but the person who was listening to her sing thought she'd be a better actor, so she went for an acting career?
Oh. So we would have had some Kristen Stewart songs.
Yeah, we could have, but she's an actor now, so.
Oh my god, do you know what those songs would probably sound like?
Edward, don't leave
this
me.
Guy.
Edward,
I love you. Jacob loves me too, and then he imprinted on my daughter.
Okay.
Oh, wow, wow, wow,
wow. Okay. That was... I don't think you need to say that, but... If that's what you want to say.
Supermassive black hole. I thought I was a fool for Edward, but maybe I'm a fool for you.
I'm trying not to be weird here. Like, there's stuff I want to say, but, like, I'm not gonna.
Be yourself.
No, I'm...
Be yourself.
No.
Be unique. Be a monster.
Monster High! The reference!
I love Monster High.
I love it, too. Who is your favorite character? Okay, so, wait, before you answer that, have you watched Ever After High?
I watched snippets of it, yeah.
Okay. So, there's the Whisper Girlies on Pinterest. I'm a big Pinterest kind of person. So, I've seen the things where it's like, I don't base people off their zodiac signs. I base people off their Ever After High character, their Monster High character. So, my question for you is, who is your favorite Monster High character?
I'm scared to answer.
You don't have to be scared. Just answer.
Claudine Wolfe.
You know, that's valid. That's valid.
But I also liked Caddy Noir.
Yeah.
From the Boo York series. I loved her.
Yes.
But Claudine was always, like, my favorite.
I like Cleo and Nephra.
You look like you like Cleo.
Thanks. Thanks for that. Thank you so much. Is that a compliment?
Okay,
I hope that's a compliment.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Ever After High character?
Okay, it would either have to be Lizzie Hartz or Kitty Cheshire.
I had a thing for Kitty, but I like, what was her name? The daughter of the Little Red Riding Hood?
Cerise.
I like
Cerise Hood.
Cerise? Yeah, I think that was a sign that, I'm gay.
Oh, okay.
Or just, like, a sign that I really, really like wolves, because I had a big wolf phase.
Yeah.
I was a wolf kid.
That's valid, though.
The alpha, you know, like, the trend where it was, like, the, like,
that.
alpha and omega wolves,
I hate
and, like,
that. I hate
kitten!
that.
Kitten!
Stop!
Don't mess with me, kitten!
I had one of my friends call me Kitten.
Wolves for me.
One of my friends called me Kitten in homeroom, and I was behind Miss Coy's bookshelf, and I, like, popped up, like, what did
Uh-oh.
you know?
You spazzed
like,
out. Okay.
What? Yeah, so did you. You also spazzed out. It was, like,
You're
I was
frozen
like,
on my end.
for a minute there.
You're frozen on my end.
Oh, I am? You've been frozen on
You're
my
frozen
end, like,
on my end, but that's okay.
periodically. Okay, give it a minute then, I guess.
It'll be alright. It'll probably be alright in the recording.
Okay. Alright, we're back.
Alright, it's on pause.
My thing froze,
back.
and her thing froze, and then, stuff, but yeah,
I paused it, so there's a little inconsistency in the recording, but that's okay.
That's okay. How long has this been going for? Oh, an hour and, 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. The one I had with Koa was, an hour and, 26 minutes.
That's okay.
I was plugging the podcast to somebody, and they go, wow, I am going to watch it, but your videos are an hour long. And I said, yeah, that's how long a podcast episode is usually an hour. Especially, if you're having a great conversation with somebody.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we have any other topics to talk about today? School-related or not school-related?
Do you want to talk about anything else?
I was actually thinking about it,
Do it! Plug it.
I'm
Come
trying
on,
to
do
think,
it. You got this.
What can I ask?
Think. That's gonna be the thumbnail. I'm putting that as the thumbnail.
We're still cutting out some of that bit, right? When we were being weird. We're still cutting that out, right?
Cutting what out? I mean, I'm gonna cut out the part where I did a bad
Yeah, you said a
word.
bad word. You said a bad word, and I was weird.
I couldn't help it. I thought that I was gaslit by Kristen Stewart. I thought she was a fake lesbian.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Look at the flag. Look at the
You
flag.
can't say that. I have a flag too. Where is my flag? I have a flag. Where
I don't
is
know.
it? It's somewhere in my room. I need a big bi flag, a big bisexual flag, but I don't know where my other flag
I got you. I'll get you
Oh,
one.
well,
I'll get you
alrighty.
one. I got you.
Pop off.
Amazon.
Hold on.
Amazon. Or I'll just crochet you one.
You could.
I have so much.
You
yarn.
do.
have so much
Your room
yarn.
is full of yarn. Full of yarn. My room's just messy.
Oh, you want to see my yarn? You want to see
I
my
don't know
yarn?
if I want to see your yarn.
Hold on. I'll see if I can reach with my headphones. I might have to take it off. Audio listeners, love you. I'm getting up and I'm going to show everybody my yarn.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to take off my headphones. I can't hear you.
Good. Now we're gonna tell Ripley's deepest secret. I'm kidding.
No, you're not. I can see you. I just realized I can pick up my computer. So welcome to my room. I've got this drawer and this drawer full of yarn.
Yes.
I have a lot of yarn.
Last time I was there,
this
there
is
was way
leftover
more
yarn
yarn
from
than
the-
that.
Okay, but that's because I made Alice's
That's
blanket.
fair.
This is leftover yarn from Alice's blanket. I made my girlfriend a blanket because I love her. And then I have an extra ball of this yarn from when I made this blanket.
Yes.
But it's falling apart at the seams. Kick that close. But yeah, I have drawers behind my door. This is my craft drawer. This is bags. This is hat. These are books, and then you saw my yarn drawer. I'm not opening that up again. I made a cat hat.
A cat hat?
I made a hat. Yeah, like the crochet cat beanies. I made one.
I tried making one, and it turned out horrible. It literally, like, it was not good.
Why is Hot Topic texting me? Hot Topic was texting me.
Hot
Sorry.
Topic is a mood.
I'm looking for a picture.
Hot Topic, like, back then when our parents were, like, younger, was, like, it from what I've heard and what I've seen in pictures, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and then I have a picture of me wearing it. I wore it to work one day because I wanted to, and then I wore it before before our Memorial Day parade.
Cute.
It's a picture of me. That's a picture of me in Co's car.
The color is cutesy.
But no, continue about Hot Topic.
But yeah, from what I've heard in pictures I've seen and what, my mom says, my mom is alternative, and technically I guess so is my dad, I'd say. So, well, my stepdad.
I sure hope it does. I sure hope it does.
It sounds like it was a really, like, good place to shop. Like, if you were alternative, like, it was really good. Nowadays, though, where's the heat at? Where's the good stuff?
In the back of the store. In the back of the store.
We all know it's in the back of Hot Topic.
Yeah. The front is for, like, the anime weebaboos and the lovers and the horrors. And then, like, the back is, like, for, like, all the Funko Pops and for, like, the emo, the alternative kind of stuff.
The goth, the trip pants.
I have
the trip pants. Yeah.
Is that what they're called? I always call them parachute pants.
No, well, there's a difference between parachute pants and trip pants. Donut.
Like, I have, like, the skater type of pants.
Yeah, I think those are like a big parachute. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I got like a pair of like black parachute pants.
Yeah, but no, my mom and I we both wear trip pants. Like, my black pair with like the orange like designs on it?
Yeah, your shorts.
Yeah, those are trip pants.
Yeah. I want some.
They're pretty expensive, but I bet you can find them online somewhere.
Oh yeah, I know. I was in the mall with my grandma Mary, and we were in Hot Topic because that's one of the stores that we visited, the Cherryville Mall, and she pulled out, because they had like a rack of like clothes, and she pulled out these pair of pants, and she looked at me and she said, "Would you wear these?" And I said, "Yeah." So she held it up, and we made sure it was my size, and she bought me a pair.
Yay!
We love Grandma Mary. This is also the woman who took me to my first ever Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
I have, like, a few Build-A-Bears because of her. I have a Stitch one, I have a Eevee one, and I have a Charmander one.
How expensive are the Build-A-Bears? Like,
a lot.
Yeah, I assume so.
Their cheapest one is, like, $21.
That's...
The character ones are, like, $35, but that's before you add, like, a scent or, like, a sound to it.
Yeah, or, like, any clothes
like,
or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't buy clothes for mine. I usually get, like, a scent or a sound for mine. But, I like looking at the Build-A-Bear clothes.
Yeah.
I think if I ever have a tiny human to take care of, like a pet human, like a child, if, I ever get one, I'm gonna get them a Build-A-Bear, and they're gonna have, like, a little Build-A-Bear closet where they have all, like, these dress-up clothes for their Build-A-Bear.
That'd be cute. That'd be really cute.
Yeah.
I think that's better than Barbie's.
My wife would hate it, but...
Does Alice not like Build-A-Bears?
No, it's just... It's expensive.
Yeah, no, that is expensive.
Like, would your significant other like it if you just spent, like, $100 on Build-A-Bear clothes?
I mean, if I get the significant other than I want, then they won't care. They better not care.
True.
Like...
Or, here's the thing, though. I don't know what it is with little kids. I don't know, or, like, my siblings in general. What is it with them and, like, having messy rooms and not wanting to put their toys back where they go?
They're kids.
I don't understand that. So, as a kid, I always had, like, a nice, neat, clean room. My dad would force me to clean my room. And I always had a specific place for specific things. Like, I had one of those Barbie campers, and it had, like, these little forks and stuff that I could use to, like, the Barbies to, like, have play food with. And they went in a specific spot, and they stayed in that specific spot. These kids, they just throw things in the dollhouse and call it good. Like, there's clothes all over the floor. Like, organize your doll's clothes.
I was rightfully so forced as a kid to clean up, put stuff where it goes. But I didn't, like, personally have a specific spot. Like, yeah, these shoes for this Barbie go in that closet in the Barbie house. No. I had a huge Barbie house.
That was me. I was that kid.
No, I bet you were that kid. I
was that kid. I'm proud of being that kid.
I was not that kid. I was so messy, and I would get yelled at all the time for having a mess. But yeah.
Good soup.
It is not soup. Dude.
We've been over this.
No! I had friends.
It's good
It's
soup.
not soup, Ryplee. I had friends in...
It's soup!
Listen to me!
Okay.
I had friends in Sterling, right? And we'd have, like, applesauce for lunch and things like that with our food. This one girl that I was, like, really close to the time, I think her name was Alexis. Lexi or Alexis? I can't remember exactly.
Oh my god, Lexi Green.
No, it is not Lexi Green. I love Lexi.
Green?
I love that. The Lexi that we know, I love her. If I saw Alexis, like, from Sterling,
she'd do it.
she would. She'd be like, good soup. But no, that's what Alexis did. My friend from Sterling, that's what Alexis would do. And I think my other friend, Aaliyah, would do that. And, like, some of my other friends, I don't know if my friend Jayla would do it. I don't know if they're all still in Sterling, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, it was... They would do it, and I'd sit there like, it isn't soup. And they'd be like, it is, though. It is.
That's what's funny.
It's not.
That's what's
It's annoying.
funny.
Why are you...
Yes,
Why are you slurping in my eardrums? Like, why? It's not soup. It's a liquid that you drink.
Exactly. That's what soup is.
Does soup taste like fruit and cranberries? No.
It can.
No.
Maybe it's a fruity soup. Maybe it's a gay soup.
No, it is not.
I hope someone makes fan art. I hope somebody makes fan art for, like, the podcast, and it's, like, just a sticker of, like, gay soup.
Gay soup. I think there might be
like,
stuff online about that already.
Fruit in the soup. Wait, so you know how there's, like, tomato soup, and tomato is technically a fruit and not a vegetable?
Don't start with me.
It's gay soup. It's gay soup. Audio listeners love me to death. She just pulled up a picture of gay soup. Oh yeah, that one has. Okay, so I'm commentating for those who are listening. It's the gay flag on a can of soup, but it says gazpacho soup.
Yeah. Search it up.
Gazpacho. Yeah, Google. Okay, now this one has the progression flag and it says alphabet soup.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm finding more, bro.
Oh my god! And then there's, what is that one? What does that one say? Something soup. It's the gender fluid flag.
And then there's a lesbian and a trans one too.
Hey, look, it's my girlfriend.
And then here's the lesbian one.
Oh my god, it's me! How'd you get a picture of me?
I didn't get a picture of you, you weirdo.
That is a picture of me.
Where's one of me, guys? Where is it?
You don't get one.
Wow! That's so mean of you.
Get one. You're gonna have to, like, make your own.
I will.
Make your own
I'll either
soup.
make my own or I'll find my soup. Because tell me why I'm not finding a buy soup. That makes me sad.
No buy soups. No buy soup.
You make it.
Because you can't buy soup. You can't buy soup. No soup for you. Does anybody watch Seinfeld anymore?
What is that?
Oh my god! Why are you so young?
I'm literally a year younger than you.
So Seinfeld is a old comedy TV show. That's comedian Jerry Seinfeld. And I have a funny story. So, for band, we usually have a final bisexual soup. Soup. Is that babies or is that butterflies?
I don't know.
Is that little babies or butterflies?
It don't matter.
It's good soup. It's good soup. But so this year for the first semester we did have a band final, but for second semester our band final was the marching band parade. So on the day that we took finals, we didn't have anything to do. So we sat around in a circle. Dusty and Wyatt didn't participate because they're rude. But we sat in a circle, we played monikers. And Cadence was sitting in a wheelchair, and Mac was like, come on, Grandma, come join the game. So we called her Grandma the entire game. But we had a card for Seinfeld come up, and none of these people knew who Seinfeld was. And then we had a card for Nelson Muntz come up, like the haha kid from Simpsons? I said Simpsons, haha. And they didn't get the
Who's
card.
that?
And then Kylie
I know what Simpsons is, but...
You don't know who Nelson Muntz is?
No!
Nelson Muntz is the bully. He's the bully that goes, ha ha! That kid. I'm gonna pull up a picture.
I've seen, like, skits of
Nelson
Simpsons, but...
Muntz. He's got his hands on his hip in this picture. Look at look at this dude.
Oh my god.
That kid.
Okay.
We had him as a card.
Oh.
Created by Matt Groening. Designed by Matt Groening. Why is he groaning? Confusion.
PG-13.
But yeah, so like when we play monikers, there's some cards that like I give good hints to because I'm very good at the game. And people just don't understand the reference. And Kylie was like, "You have horrible hints. You don't know how to play this game." And Max said, "Actually, she gave you really good hints. You just don't know what it is."
Yeah.
Because you're too young.
Yeah.
But monikers, I love playing monikers. It's a very fun game.
Is it basically like you get a card and you try to explain it without saying what it is?
Yeah, so it's like Cards Against Humanity mixed with charades, but better.
Okay.
So you get a card, and let's say your card says, Nyan Cat, and it gives a description of the card so that you can read off that description to help people guess the card. Only you can't say Nyan Cat. You can't say Nyan, you can't say cat.
Yeah.
So if I got the card, I would have been like, meme from the early 2000s, rainbow, Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
And then someone would have said cat, and I would have said, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's pretty simple. The first round, you can use gestures, you can use words, as many as you want. First round, you can use only one word and just gestures. The third round, it's basic charades.
Okay.
1 year we were playing, it was during, like a band camp or whatever. We went over to Aiden Messer's house, and we were playing monikers on his porch. And I got the fainting goat card, so I went, meh, and I fell back.
Oh.
And they thought I actually, like, fell. And they got the card, so I got up really quick, and I was like, yes! And then I went on to the next card, and Mac was like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's a card in there called Baby Hitler. So we only had one word that round, so my favorite band memory is when Avery squatted down, you yelled swastika. She screamed the word swastika. And that's how we got the Baby Hitler card. And then Mr. Messer came out and he goes, did she just say swastika?
Yeah.
And we all just died. It's a mature game. It's for high schoolers, obviously. We are not fascists. We are not... I don't know. I don't know how to preface it, but it's a fun game. It's for mature audiences only.
Yeah. Probably.
But
That's okay, though.
But like, here's the thing though. We pick the cards. Like, every player picks at least 5 cards to keep.
Yeah.
So you want to pick the goal of the game is you want to pick cards that like people can easily guess. So
That sounds fun.
I think for the baby.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. If you do band, you'll definitely play it. I think we do it for GSA, we might do it one of these times. We might have like a party where like we have a hangout time.
That'd be very fun.
And we can just play
That'd be
monikers. What was it? During ACT day, my sophomore year, instead of going into the gym and just watching a movie, Mac invited us to go to his room and play board games.
Yeah.
So we played monikers.
That was my freshman year.
And then I sat on my phone.
I think that was my freshman year.
And then I sat on my... He let me go on my phone, so I sat on my phone and I watched the Jay Schlatt stream.
Yeah.
Like, because he just started up like a new Minecraft stream or whatever.
Yeah.
But...
Well,
I think...
I played... I forget the game I played. It was something like you have to figure out who's Hitler.
Yep, Secret Hitler.
That.
It's an awesome game. It's very funny. People get really competitive into it. My favorite quote from playing that game is when the fascist was revealed, and Tyler said, and I quote, "You filthy fascist."
Yeah.
With a straight face
Hitler.
and everything.
I was Hitler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh!
As soon as everybody was like, she's Hitler! She's Hitler! And I'm just like, no, I'm not. What do you mean, guys? And then my friends believed me that were playing with me. And then once I was like, yeah, guys, I'm Hitler, they looked at me like I killed their grandma. So...
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they know me super well. Whenever I get to be Hitler, they figure it out. I don't say anything. I don't do anything. I just sit there. And they go, you're Hitler. And I go, no, I'm not.
Like, no, I'm not.
I sit there. I go, no, I'm not.
What do you need, Freya?
Don't know what you're talking about, buckaroo. But, audio listeners, love you to death. Her sister came back in the room.
Give me a moment. Freya, you can get something yourself to eat. You know how to grab food, child. You cannot. No, you can't be in the camera. Go. I love you. No. I love you. No. Can you pause the camera real quick?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Sister came in the room.
Alright, we're back.
Yeah, Sister came in the room. Wanted food. I'm gonna go take care of that in a minute.
I usually, when I film these, my siblings are over at the Y Care, so I don't really have the problem with that. I might have that problem when I am filming tomorrow. I might try to get an episode filmed tomorrow. I try to film one every single day and then upload it on the same day. Gives me something to do. But yeah. What were we saying before she came in?
The card games. The games.
Oh, we're talking about Secret Hitler.
Secret Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah. I love playing games with, I love all the games that we learned at Game Club. My favorite one by far was Sheriff of Nottingham. You would go in and, it's been forever since I played it, but someone was a sheriff each round, and people would put cards into these little bags, and if they got them through the market, they would get points for it. But the sheriff would be like, hey, I'm going to check your bag. And if you had no contraband in it, the sheriff had to pay you with the sum of, you had gold. The sheriff would have to pay you taxes for, wasting your time. But if you had contraband, then you'd have to pay how many, plus or minus it was on at the bottom of the card. And every time I played that stupid game, I'd try to smuggle contraband. Even if I wasn't smuggling contraband, they'd be like, let me see what's in your bag. And I'd be
what do you mean, guys? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Well, Bree was so good at it. One round, it was the end of the round, so we were counting up, who won, our totals. She pulled out, 8 cards of mead. And those cards are worth, 4 points. 4 to 6, I think it was either 4 or 6 points, but she had, a bunch of them. She goes, yeah, nobody was checking my bag.
Yeah.
And I was just smuggling it in. It was so fun.
We watched Smugglers in health class.
What's up? Oh. Did you guys get to see the video with the guy who was drunk?
I don't think so. We just saw definitely a lot of, airport things and people just smuggling a lot of you-know-what through the stuff. And getting caught, obviously.
Yeah. But. We watched this one video on the drunk driving unit where she pulled over the guy. And, at first, she was evaluating to see if he was drunk, and he was passing really well. And then she had him go across the line and go, step, hit, step, hit, step, hit. So then he did what she was supposed to.
I've seen that.
And he goes, what if we add this little dance thing to it?
Yeah.
And then, why? And she goes, that's really great. Are you a dancer? And he goes, no, I'm drunk. And he goes, ah!
Yeah, I saw that. She showed us that.
At that point, he was like, yeah, I loved that video.
It was funny.
It was so fun.
It was obviously messing around and stuff, but, it was something.
You know what my favorite video that we got to watch was? Super Size Me. Super Size Me was a really great, documentary that I enjoyed watching. Not because I loved McDonald's.
Oh, wait.
Not because I like McDonald's. But because I found it so, interesting that he could gain that much weight in so much, little time.
And that man was, so sick. So sick.
And he was, before he, started, he was, the king of, fitness. He was doing so good for his body. And, he was, yeah. I do remember, too, I think he also did other documentaries. I think she said he did other documentaries where, like, he would get fat on purpose. Kind of like Nikocado Avocado. That was a big scandal.
He literally went from, like, to, you know, skinny little guy. You know what I mean? Like,
he was a skinny vegan, and he was gay. And then he, like, stopped being vegan, and he started doing, like, videos, and he got super fat, and he was abusing his boyfriend. All for, like, an social experiment. Yeah. And then he lost all the weight. And then now, I saw, like, a video from him, like, the other day. Where it was like, oh, yeah, I'm so skinny now. And, oh, my God, I'm going to start up an OnlyFans again. And all this fun jazz. And I'm like, maybe he really is kind of an a-hole.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not
I think a
nice.
lot of YouTubers, people are realizing nowadays, are, like, not good people. Like, they're just not good people.
There's one YouTuber that I haven't looked into yet that I really want to. His name is iShowSpeed. I've seen clips of him, and, like, he's, like, a goofy weirdo like me, yeah. Like I am. So I kind of connect with him like that. But he also, like, he's had moments on stream where he's like, yo. Like, he's also, like, a very sweet person.
One of the YouTubers I've been following for years now. Years. Corey Kenshin. I have been a samurai. I've been a samurai since I was, like, I think 8 or 9, maybe 7. I've been there. I've been through so many accounts subscribing to him. Like, I can never keep the same account, but I've been watching him for years. You know what I mean? Like,
so he's got, like, 15 subscribers because of you.
Probably, like, 7, but sure.
15.
Let me rephrase that. 15, but no, samurai. Yes, he's amazing.
I watched him for the Yandere Simulator videos, and I watched him a little bit for, like, the Candies video, like, Candies, burgers and fries videos, and then, like, I stopped watching him. I started watching, like, Lauren
I watched Lauren Zside for a long time, probably actually before I started watching Corey Kenshin. I watched, Carly HD, I still watch, Chris, Call Me Chris, obviously. Selena Spooky Boo, Sam and Colby, you know, I used to be a Sniper Wolf fan, I used to be a Gloom fan, I used to be an Azzyland fan. Those 3, though, I don't watch anymore because Gloom went off. Azzyland has kind of fallen down. And then Sniper Wolf, we all know what's up with, like, Sniper Wolf is a whole nother story. I don't know what's up with her, but...
She doxed Jack's films. It was like, should I go to his house? Like no.
That's creepy.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, I am not a fan of Sniper Wolf anymore. I used to watch Azzyland, used to watch Gloom, still occasionally watch Lauren Zside to see how she's doing, because she is having a second kid.
Uh-oh, you froze again.
The thing just glitched out for me. Yeah, the thing just glitched out for me.
It glitched out for me, too.
Yeah. Do you see
That's
me now?
Right.
Like, am I moving?
No.
Oh, okay.
What about me?
You're moving, but your lips are not in sync.
I know you lied, 'cause your lips are moving. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb? There you go, now you're moving.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely, the YouTubers that I'm watching now is more Corey Kenshin, Call Me Chris, Selena Spooky Boo, Sam and Colby, and then, you know, I watch a lot of humor things online. I watch a lot of those horror short film people. You know?
Oh my God, I used to watch those all the time. Well, I'd love to keep talking with you, but I have held you more than I said.
Yeah, you've held me for almost 2 hours now.
I think we should. And I think we should go ahead and end it so you can take care of your sister and so I can get this uploaded. But thank you so much for being on my podcast. If you guys want to be on my podcast, email me at ripleycuster@gmail.com, all lowercase, or rcuster@poloschools.net. If you want more of Ray, let me know. I'll probably ask her to come back on the podcast another time. She was a really great guest. Her and Koa both.
We should do a me, you, and Koa thing. We should do that.
We should make a podcast all 3 together. And I know how to do it, so I can coach us through it. But, yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, and I'll see you later. All right. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Funky Felines.